Hi guys, George here, and today what I'd like to show you is another scenario that I custom made. So I'm going to go here and select play my scenario. So this is the default scenario that comes with the software, and it's um, used to as an example to show you the different elements that you have to incorporate. Uh, this is the scenario that I showed you the previous time, and now I made a scenario called Red Guards and Factories, but it's actually my attempt to recreate the Guards counterattack scenario 1 from Classic Squad Leader or Scenario A in Advanced Squad Leader. Um, so let's load it up. And I designed it in such a way that you will be playing the Germans against uh, the horde of Russians in the elite 628s, if you recall, in the classic game. So here I managed to put a scenario description. The Sixth Army has made it to the heart of Stalingrad, but the Russians are holding their ground. The Germans have yet to reach the Volga River, and the Russian guards are beginning a counterattack. October 7, 1942, and the original scenario card was October 6th. Now, like I said before, there is no way you can recreate Squad Leader on a one-to-one scale with this program um, because for two reasons. Uh, the first reason being is that uh, the author of this software picked and chose different elements of advanced and classic to incorporate into this game, and some are practically his own, including stacking. Now, this is where you would normally stack the three squads with the three LMGs installer. This is, if I remember correctly, building F. And normally I would have line of sight from here to there, but I don't. Um, and this is the other scenario, the other building where you had certain units stacked there. In the classic game, you had an 8-0 you would only keep in the rear to rally units, and in the advanced squad leader, you have a commissar that would be there to make sure that the Russian units would rally or die. And let's go into the map a little bit and see that here I have a little bit of a Soviet headquarters with a flag. Let's see if I can go in a little bit here. Remember, anything that if my screen starts to shake and whatnot, it's because my mouse wheel is not in order. And I like the sound effects as well. It reminds me of a nice spring day. Here I put this building as the theater, the post office, and the hotel. And look, in the actual board game, there is a space between these two buildings, but like I said before, you cannot recreate everything one to one. And here in the classic game, there is line of sight from here to there. Here there obviously isn't. And in advanced squad leader, since it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away, this building would cast two blind hexes. I could scroll out and you can see how the map looks like. I just put an arbitrary north here. Now, the original scenario, I believe, is 5 turns, and I set this to replicate that in this game. I set this to 60 victory points, and each player turn, the victory points decrease by 10. So I made it one turn larger than the original. And again, I am playing the Germans in this case. So let's go ahead and start playing. Here are the 628s, all elites. Well, the Russian moves first. Okay. That's my defensive fire, I believe. I get. Okay. Oh, it's actually the German moves first. Oh, wow. Everybody in the middle building just broke. I was at first. And they run. Where are they running? Into the woods behind that building. That ain't good. Oh, I still have an LMG there covering the road. That's the escape or road phase. In terms of advance, I'm going to try and I don't want to. Oh, I can't. This building is not adjoining as it is in the original game. This guy will stay where he is. They will stay where they are. Okay, they'll stay over there. They can only advance one hex. And what I'm going to do here is select the leader to go into one hex, and the squad unselect this left click. That's very important. Left click to unselect. Don't forget that. And the mayor is going to go there. How did the mayor get in there? Oh well. Let's turn it over to the Russians. That was actually the Germans going first. Uhara. Now, I chose to be on the defensive side deliberately just to show you that the attacking AI is awesome, is really, really smart. I skipped ahead a little bit. Uh, so it looks like Dotsky, instead of firing, he just advanced into the middle building and took one building. Oh, I still have a German LMG there. But check that out. They weren't even afraid of the MMG. Oh no! We got a kill, and we also have an LMG that's broken. So it's my defensive fire phase. Let's see if I can fire from here to there. Alright, they won't let me. I guess we're on a different floor. Oh yeah, these buildings are not adjoining. Should be. I kind of made it real quick. Alright, that was that. Here, where do I have line of sight to? Okay, it shows you in red where you can fire. Look at that. 3 LMGs. Really did a number on them. Where else can I fire? Guess I'm limited to that hex. Fire until you break him, George. Dude is broken. I'm not gonna fire on a broken dude. These guys are all broken. I don't have line of sight to anybody else. Okay. Now in the defensive fire phase, the units that are able to fire are marked with a blue perimeter. Okay, this is a route phase. And now look at the advance. Pay careful attention. Those blue hexes are Russian units that can advance. Close combat situation over there with a broken unit, unless you move to the upper level. I can zoom out from the map and get an overhead perspective, and then I can zoom in and look at practically each individual soldier. Oh, there's a close combat that just ended badly for me. And we rallied. Staller rallied everybody. Are we overstacked in that hex? We'll figure that one out later. So let's zoom out. Here's the map. I do have issues with my mouse wheel. And now let's go in real detail. So I have a unit here. I can try and retake a building. I have this unit here, which is a squad with a good leader and a heavy machine gun. I can do diddly. So let's go in this way. And here are some Russians on the bottom of the building. I have a broken unit there, and here they are in the middle of the road advancing. And there's a big space between theater and the roof. So let's zoom out, and you have to be careful with rotating the map. You got to look at the direction, and then you can use the E or Q key to turn in direction. So it's all relative to that compass direction over there. Now, what are we going to do with this squad? Unselect them because you don't want to do much with them. Unselect, left click, there you go. You do want to bring these guys up somehow. So we're going to just march them into the lower half of that building. And then see if we have any. We do have some fire. Here we go. So I was not able to fire the MG. Now these guys, well, what the AI is telling you there is if, whether you run or march with those little bubbles there, they're telling you you're going to get hammered. So you don't want to do that. What you do want to do is use the LMG. So right click and then select MG. You might get right, and you might not, and then fire your inherent firepower. You managed to pin somebody. Now here we got Russians advancing on our flank. MG first. There go the LMGs. Pinned a couple of units, just one, and the other survived. Here we're going to fire point blank in that. See the multi-centric circles in there means I'm firing point blank. Any more fire? No. Okay, left click and then here you go. More fire. And this is the Alamo. If I click on him, he can't fire anywhere because he doesn't have line of sight to anywhere. But he's a leader I'm keeping in reserve that I'm reserving. Okay. Now let's see if it's wise to try and retake that building. Well, let's run for it. So let's do a dash. See if we get it. Ow! Oh no. Who broke? Well, the leader ain't going to move in there. There? Okay. Unselect. Let's move. Oh, he moved in there. Okay. Let's see if we can fire anybody else. No, everybody else has a green bar or a red bar. All right. Now, those units that are marked with the blue hex border are going to fire back. That's their defensive fire. Got a KIA somewhere. We got some pins. That ain't looking good. We have some routes, but at least they routed. We have a couple of turns left. All right, advance phase for the Germans. We're good. We're good. We're not going to go anywhere. So Russians in that building? Okay, let's zoom out a little bit and go to the back. There you go. Go to the next turn. Now we're down to 50 victory points, and I have 10 for some reason or another. Probably because I got a KIA. And me. Been a long day. I inadvertently gave an HMG instead of a medium machine gun to that leader there. It's supposed to represent Totsky, the original scenario card. I think ASL on the scenario cards they stopped putting names of leaders. Uh, this gl- uh, this building is in jeopardy. Um, that building has been taken over. These folks have withstood uh, uh, the Russians, and probably I am routing them back here. Uh-oh, check that out. They're swarming one building. And there's your human wave tactic. Let's see what I'm going to have for defensive fire. Look, I got it. Like I got anyone. That ain't good. It's the road face. Boy, am I lucky. Oh, it looks like they're going to go into close combat. Darn, and I'm pinned. I hope the software publisher remembered that I attack at half strength, but I defend at full strength. Uh-oh, looks like there's 1-to-1 odds there. Ambush. KIA, 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 and there you go. The Russians win. I want to resign. Yeah, game over, guys. They got the objective. I got minus 40 victory points. They took two buildings, and you can choose to go on if you want to. Uh, yeah, when you end the screen, and you say I do resign. Uh, got this option, just a few more turns, and you can go back and continue playing and shoot it out and see what happens, but the defeat stays on your record. So that's another excellent example of what you can do in terms of customizing your own scenarios. Um, Guys, I don't know um, how to start a half track that can tow a gun and a crew as a unit that is already limbered and loaded. If you do, let me know in the comments below. Um, but I hope you enjoyed this little scenario. It went to 3 turns out of theoretically 5, and that's it for now. Take care and have fun.